Some call him the face of the streaming generation, others call him the Prince of Excess. But if there's one thing everyone agrees on, it's this. When Adin Ross walks into a room, the temperature drops a few degrees because the ice he's wearing weighs more than the GDP of some small countries. For those sleeping in the back of the class, Adin Ross represents the most meteoric rise of the decade. Starting out from his bedroom in Florida streaming NBA 2K and hosting dates
1.2 for this.
On Discord, he went on to become a central pillar of the Kick platform. Today, at just 24 years old, he's no longer just playing video games. He rubs shoulders with the biggest rappers, invites superstars into his live streams, and above all, he spends. He spends without limits. $2 million, that's the jaw-dropping
We're gonna get both, black and this.
figure. It's the estimated total value of the diamond jewelry and high-end watches Adin has gifted to those around him in recent years. Richard Mille watches given away like cups of coffee, custom chains flooded with VVS diamonds for his closest friends. He's literally built an entire army of iced-out streamers around him.
Spread it. You gotta spread it.
Adin Ross's collection is incredible. It contains more money than my entire family combined. Let me introduce it to you. We start with his favorite piece, the one we see in almost every stream. It's an RM010, valued at around $200,000. What stands out is its titanium case, an ultralight and ultra-resistant material used in aerospace engineering. Admire the skeleton movement. You can see straight through the watch with every gear finished by hand. Richard Mille isn't just a watch, it's a racing machine on the wrist. They produce very few pieces each year and use materials like carbon TPT or grade 5 titanium, making these watches almost indestructible while being lighter than a feather. As you've probably figured out, Adin has a lot of money to spend, and it's not over yet. Adin also owns several Audemars Piguet Royal Oak watches that he absolutely loves, including the Blue Dial Frosted Gold, valued at $110,000. What's crazy about the frosted gold technique is that the gold looks like it's covered in diamond dust, but it's actually the result of a precise hammering of the metal. He also owns the open-worked skeleton version, which is valued at over $250,000. Unlike a classic Audemars Piguet, this one requires hundreds of additional hours of work to hollow out the movement. This is the pinnacle of watchmaking. Adin is wearing a true mechanical work of art. Adin also loves chains, especially his AR pendant, which was designed to mark his arrival on the Kick platform. Both the chain and the pendant are covered in VVCS1 diamonds, which stands for very, very slightly included. In simple terms, even with a professional magnifying glass, it's almost impossible to see any impurities. They shine with a pure white brilliance. The diamonds used for Adin's chain are mined from the earth and formed over millions of years, which allows them to retain a very high resale value, unlike lab-grown diamonds. While lab diamonds have the same chemical composition, they are created in just a few weeks. They can cost up to 80% less, but they lose almost all of their resale value. For a star like Adin, only natural diamonds matter. It's an investment, not just an accessory. If Adin knows how to treat himself, he's especially made history as the king of gifting. Giving a Rolex, too common for him. Adin gives away true collector's pieces, gifts that can change a life. He gifted his friend IShowSpeed a Jacob & Co. Epic X Flight of CR7 edition, valued at $150,000. Adin didn't just buy a watch, he bought the watch. You can see the CR7 logo and the player's silhouette engraved on the dial. It's an ultra-technical piece featuring a vertical movement. By giving him this for his birthday, Adin proved that he truly knows his friends inside and out. Speed's reaction, caught between tears and screams, went instantly viral. He also gifted Kai Cenat a Richard Mille RM010 valued at $200,000. This was undoubtedly one of the most legendary moves in streaming history. He literally took the watch off his own wrist to give it to Kai Cenat. Giving away a personal item, a titanium RM010 he had worn for months, is the ultimate symbol of respect and brotherhood in this world. At that level, it's no longer just a gift, it's a passing of the torch. He literally gifted two Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 50th anniversary watches to the founders of Kikdi and Bijan. Both watches are worth $400,000. To thank them, Adin didn't come empty-handed. He chose special 50th anniversary models, one with a forest green dial and another in pristine white. These watches are extremely hard to get in stores even with millions in your pocket. They symbolize the strength of the contract that ties Adin to the platform. Where does Adin do his shopping? When you see Adin wearing a chain that shines from miles away or a watch encrusted with diamonds, it almost always comes from Haimov in Miami. What's fascinating is how Haimov became the official jeweler of the Kik ecosystem. By treating Adin like a king, they attracted his entire circle. This is where he gets his custom settings done. At Haimov, quality is no joke. They mainly use top clarity diamonds to ensure maximum brilliance on stream. It's the jeweler of the show, the opposite of Miami bling bling. There's Moses the jeweler in New York. Adin has filmed several memorable videos with him. Moses is a specialist in vintage watches and rare collectible pieces. What Adin loves about him is the speed of the deals. We're talking $500,000 transactions settled in just a few minutes in a small, crowded New York shop. Moses brings that authentic, watch expert vibe that gives credibility to Adin's collection. But wearing millions on your wrist is risky. You probably remember the moment when Adin thought he had been robbed or scammed live on stream, or the rumors about watches that weren't 100% authentic during certain deals. The world of celebrity jewelry is full of sharks. There was also that story of a watch lost during a trip. Imagine the panic. A $200,000 piece disappearing from sight for a few minutes. These moments of vulnerability remind us that behind the flex, there's enormous pressure. You don't carry $1 million in jewelry like you carry your phone. Adin's security has, unsurprisingly, been greatly reinforced due to his growing collection. So is Adin Ross a genius or a compulsive spender? Unlike his luxury cars, which lose value every day, his jewelry is real financial assets. Where a Lamborghini depreciates, a rare skeletonized Richard Mille or AP appreciates in value. By 2025, his collection is estimated to be worth 30% more than its original purchase price, a fortune working for him. Adin isn't just wearing watches, he's wearing high-yield investments that open doors to the most exclusive circles in the world. In short, Adin has turned streaming into a diamond empire, blending loyalty to his friends with high-level financial strategy. And you, if you had his budget, which piece would you pick? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to IceOnCelebs and drop a like.